Did you know that in mobile zombie game Days After, you can find a very familiar looking zombie? So this zombie, dressed in a yellow raincoat and named Georgie, is a reference to the boy of the same name from Stephen King's It, who was of course a victim of Pennywise. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Video Game Easter Eggs, the series where we cover some of the best Easter eggs found in video games. As always, if you think you know of a video game Easter egg that I'm yet to cover, then let me know in the comments down below and I will do my best to check it out. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. So let's begin with the Eggcellent Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Now, having released in 2016, I probably wasn't alone in thinking that I'd seen all there was to see in EA's plant-based shooter. But of course, I was wrong. After completing the short single-player campaign of Garden Warfare 2, you will unlock the Infinity Time game mode. Infinity Time is a horde mode that sees you fighting off gnomes as well as plants or zombies, depending on the faction you're playing as. Well, when you first enter this mode, if you head to the left-hand side of the map, you can find this. So inside of this cave, the names of some of the development team can be found written on a wall. Now, I know that some of you may have known about this Easter egg already, but it's still crazy that I'm finding out about Easter eggs from a game that is 5 years old. So we originally featured Amazing Frog in episode 61 of this series, and it was then that you guys told me that Amazing Frog has loads of Easter eggs. Well, being the good egg hunter that I am, I decided to check out the Frog Simulator again, and I wasn't disappointed. First up, before entering the sewers, you can see graffiti on the door that reads "Don't open, dead inside," which is of course a reference to The Walking Dead. After making your way into the sewers, you can find this. So this vault door is a reference to Vault 101 from Fallout 3. Though being Amazing Frog, the vault is called Vault LOL. Now for the real reason we're in the sewers. If you take the time to explore the poo-filled pipes beneath Swindon City, there is a chance that you can find one of these. So finding these vials of ooze would unlock an outfit called Cosplay Frog C, which is of course the outfit of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Leonardo. You can actually find all of the Turtles' outfits in the sewers, though the frog versions of the famous fighters aren't quite as skilled in martial arts. Oh, and the ooze is actually a callback to how the Turtles gained their abilities as seen in the comics and the classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. Up next is another game that is featured in this series already. This time it's Rainbow Six Extraction. Now, a legendary figure amongst the Rainbow Six community is Russian operator Tachanka. He has already appeared in Easter egg form a couple of times in Rainbow Six Siege, where he is depicted as a godlike figure with abs you could eat your dinner off. Well, it wouldn't be a Rainbow Six game if the beefy operator didn't make an appearance, and you'll be pleased to know that he does on the New York level.
Impact!
So Tachanka can be found hiding in a bush, and this time he even got dressed for the occasion. Up next is a game that I'd never heard of until one of you guys reached out to tell me about a pretty cool Easter egg. Contagion is a survival horror first-person shooter for PC that was released in 2014. Now, if I'm being honest, it is a pretty average zombie shooter, especially by today's standards. However, it does reference another zombie-killing video game franchise. On the Barlow Square map, you can find this. So this umbrella may look familiar to Resident Evil fans, and that's because it's the exact same logo that the Evil Umbrella Corporation uses in those games. I know it's not the biggest Easter egg in the world, but I really like this one. So to end today's video, let's take a look at the brilliant Dying Light 2. Now, we've already made a video covering 20 Easter eggs in Dying Light 2, but in a game this big, there was always going to be something that I missed. And, well, here we are. First up is actually a follow-up from an Easter egg that featured in that video. Oh, and it's also another reference to Resident Evil. In that original Dying Light 2 video, we found a dog tag belonging to boulder punching beefcake Chris Redfield. Though, despite meeting a man named Leon earlier in the mission, we never found his body or his dog tag. Well, during the Wall of Valor side quest, you are tasked with collecting the dog tags of Unit 404. And one of the last dog tags you can find belongs to this guy.
Shit. I had a feeling it would end like this. Sorry, Leon. I probably shouldn't tell Kyra how he went.
So Leon didn't make it out of the building, forcing us to deal with him. Picking up Leon's dog tag reveals what we already knew, that he is in fact Leon Kennedy from the Resident Evil games. Oh, and if you manage to complete the Wall of Valor quest, you'll be rewarded with the Hero's dog tag, which is a charm that can be equipped on your weapons. The name on the dog tag? Well, it's Kyle Crane, the protagonist from the first game. Now, it just wouldn't be a zombie game without a reference to one of the most popular pieces of zombie-based media in recent years. Hell, we've already seen a nod to it in this video, and that wasn't even a zombie game. At this location on the map, you can fire this. Yep, it's another reference to The Walking Dead, though this one is a spin-off called The Walking Dad. So the final Easter egg for today's video requires you to go on a duck hunt. Scattered around the world of Dying Light 2 are safes that contain red rubber ducks. Now, to complete this Easter egg, you'll need to find 7 of these ducks. I won't show you all of the locations because it would take a long time to do so, but if you want to try this Easter egg for yourself, I will leave a link to a guide in the description. Anyway, after finding these 7 red ducks, you'll be able to do this. So despite being a game about free running, you can instead choose to ride a bike. Something that I love is the sound that the bike makes when you crash it. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then leaving a like is really appreciated. If you are a fan of Easter eggs and secrets in video games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.